Today's video is going to be on reflecting shapes. I'm going to go over some definitions and give you some examples. So why don't I go ahead and take a look at that now. So let's go over some vocabulary words now. And the first word is mirror line. And a mirror line is the line that makes both sides of something the same, so that one side looks as though it has been flipped. The other word we're going to talk about is symmetrical. And that means when each half of a shape or object is exactly the same. So I've got this image here showing you how the mirror line, which is the blue line here, is showing you how it makes both sides of something the same. If you're looking at the mirror line, you can see both sides are doing the exact same thing, which coincides with symmetrical, because again, it's showing that each half of that mirror line is doing the exact same thing. And as you can see here, sometimes it's, expanding a bit, but it's pretty much doing the same thing on the other side here, okay? The other two vocabulary words are reflect, which is to create a mirror image, and reflection, which means the mirror image of something. The image is flipped, but is the same size and shape as the original. And to kind of give you a better idea of this, I'm using the moon here and the reflection of the water here that's creating the image. And as you can see, it's pretty much mirroring it. And it's in this image, it's pretty much the same size, other than the fact that the water is moving. But I'm using this image to show you what reflection looks like here. Let's look at what happens when we use mirror lines here. So again, I got the blue mirror line. And what it can do is we show the reflection with the lighter shading. So on the top here, you can kind of see it's darker as it's spinning. And on the bottom, it's the opposite, it's lighter. In fact, if you look, basically, the top part is darker, it's shaded, showing just little bits of light. And then the bottom is the opposite, where it's predominantly white, but it's showing little bits of darkness or shaded in areas here. What has stayed the same about the reflection now? Well, as we can see, they're about the same size and shape, and they're about the same distance from the mirror line, okay? So these are things that tell you that they are reflections as well as symmetrical. What has changed about the reflection now? Well, like I said earlier, it has flipped because it is a mirror image. So like, in a mirror, everything is just flipped over. It's the opposite here. So the mirror line, again, is just showing you how it has flipped the top to the bottom. Look at the mirror line. Is the symmetrical shape correct or incorrect? Okay, so looking at the blue line now, is the shapes on both sides symmetrical to each other? Is this correct or incorrect? It's correct. Same directions. What about this one? Now, again, you've got to read the directions, and it's saying to look at the mirror line, okay? That's the blue line. So looking at that blue line, is this symmetrical shape correct or incorrect based on the mirror line? That's right, it's incorrect. What about this one now, here? Okay, let's look at the spade in the middle here, and now we're looking at the mirror line. Is this symmetrical shape correct or incorrect? And we're looking at the spade. That's right, it's incorrect. And what about this one here? Again, you're looking at the mirror line. Is the symmetrical shape correct or incorrect? That's right, it is correct. So looking at the mirror line here, is the symmetrical shape correct or incorrect? That's right, it's incorrect. What about this one here? Okay, now we're looking at the bigger pyramid here. The smaller one inside that's kind of blowing up into it. We're not looking at that. We're looking at the larger pyramid here. And again, focus on that mirror line. Is this symmetrical shape correct or incorrect? That's right, it's incorrect. So looking at the heart here, is the symmetrical shape correct or incorrect? That's right, it's correct. And now let's look at the gray rectangle inside, okay? The gray one here. And now look at the mirror line that's running through the gray rectangle. Is that symmetrical shape correct or incorrect? That's right, it's correct. So I just wanted to show you what reflections look like using different examples, some to the traditional shape, some different kinds of images, just so you can get a better idea of what reflections look like and how they can be symmetrical. And also demonstrating reading and comprehension by following the directions based on the mirror line that we use today. So that'll do it for today's video. And as always, thank you so much for spending part of your day here with me. And I look forward to seeing you for my next video.